Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know.
Hola, bon dia, alegria. Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal show, the live stream, the podcast. Hello, all you awakening beings, and of course, the Portugal Club, where we will go for question 70. It's a good one this morning. Easy when you know how, or easy when you know the answer, but a great Portuguese cultural question. The sort that is likely to turn up in a Portuguese citizenship test, which is what this is a mock for. We're preparing you for a Portuguese citizenship test that may come in amid the other changes, of course, that we'll probably not hear about now until the new year. New president, new year, all coming through. And that year has gone pretty quickly, has it not? Here we are, 8th of December 2025. And today, a public holiday. It's a bit of a wonky week, actually. It's going to be an interesting one this week. If I share on the screen now, we'll go over to the Portugal Club and you will see... Oh, where's the best way to do this? Let's go to... Oh, no. Actually, I need to open another tab here. I was just trying to find out a little bit more about King Denise and to see if we had that fantastic meme that I made up, the Blondie cover with King Denis on it, but I can't find that at the moment. It's somewhere there in the Portugal Club. But let's go to the home page, what you're greeted with on arrival, to see that, yes, last Monday was a public holiday. This Monday, today, is a public holiday. The day of the Immaculate Conception. Can you see that on your screen? Yes, you can. Let's spark up a banner. And a few hellos as well. Morning, T-Duck. Morning, Jackie. Morning, Gemini. Good to see you here. Yes, I think it's going to be a fairly easygoing Monday here in Portugal. The second public holiday in 2 weeks. And general strike on Thursday, I believe, as well. So we'll have a little look at that too. Quite a lot, actually, to share with you from the Portugal Club. Join free at theportugalclub.com or gmpvip.com. Your first thing then, today is the day of the Immaculate Conception. And if we click on that, will that take us through? Yes, it does. Very good. I try to put up as many Portuguese public holidays as I can here. Obviously, they vary because some of them are only in your village, your freguesia. Tiny local ones, niche holidays, if you like. But I try and do the national ones and some of the regional ones. So if you've got one to share with me, do that. And a little bit of information as well about the public holiday itself. So if we click on that as well. Oh, and now I think we have to go through to a different tab. So let me change that and give you a little bit of information about the day of the Immaculate Conception. Okay, share screen. The Portuguese citizenship test question, of course, to come as well. So we'll stick around for that. And news of the general strike. Tell me how your weekend was, please. Ours was great here. I did my work experience on Saturday, which took me through to 7 p.m. So I had to hot foot it at 7 to the venue, to Primeiro Soluço, to host the karaoke, which comes after Sergio's wine tasting. And I thought, okay, the first time we did the wine tasting, I got the feeling that people felt like they wanted a bit more information. I mean, personally, I'm quite happy just to taste the wine and have a little bit of a chat and hang out. But I understand if it's billed as a wine tasting, it's nice to get a little bit of information as well. So I thought what I'd do is, as well as whilst we're quaffing the wines, of Vassala. Vassala was the producer whose wines we tasted, and very good they were too. Vassala we had an espumante to start, which was beautiful and dry. I mean, like we say on the Portugal Good Morning Portugal Wine Club, it's hard to find a bad one. This is certainly true of the espumante. The white is Chardonnay, actually, and a Santarém producer here. So a little bit unusual as well. You know, everyone knows about the Alentejo, the Douro, and Setúbal. This was Santarém based, which is that Lisboa DOC, I wonder? I'm going to take you for a little tour. Yeah, Vinhos de Lisboa, the Lisboa region. Beautiful place as well. Let's have a little look at that. But yeah, they had some Chardonnay grapes in the fizz, some Chardonnay in the wine, a Touriga Nacional single varietal, and a blend as well, including Touriga Nacional, which of course came up in the wine quiz, which I did. 20 questions. Congratulations to the Bonobos team, who got 18 out of 20 and won a bottle of wine for their trouble. So maybe they've enjoyed that already. But yeah, we'll do that again in January, and then a fantastic karaoke where loads of local Portuguese friends until that point. Friends who I knew in Portugal and in San Martino de Porto, and new friends made as well. The karaoke was very popular on Saturday night. I had to turn it off in the end. Had to Pedro was like, okay, yeah, enough karaoke now. People are having a great time, but we did take over a little bit with the karaoke, so we'll look forward to doing that again in January. Come and join us; it was great fun. Right, Mike's in as well, and Andy. Oh, see what's up? Cheers, Andy. CWA. It's the code, isn't it? All right, let me just save these as well. They look good. Are you dressing up as Santa this year? Are you? I guess you can't answer that, can you? Actually, I shouldn't have asked you to break cover like that. But thanks for those pictures. And to you, starting our Christmas market tours in Lisbon. Do you know what, Mike and Karen? I think I met you in real life for the first time, did I not, at a Christmas market? Was it the one where me and Bobby came along to Coimbra and we met you in real life for the first time there? You do like a Christmas market, it would appear. So saving that as well. Lots of lovely pictures then this morning to share of a festive variety as we have our easygoing, our easygoing public holiday day here in Portugal this morning. So hanging out with you for the next hour. Bob and Viv joining us as well this morning. Thank you for all these pickies. Lovely. Thank you very much. They came in on 913-590-303. Yeah, and Bob and Viv joining us at 8:30 this morning for a little bit of a chat and more lovely pickies and a lovely story. Beautiful. A beautiful restaurant that they visited with some added value, a superb story that Bob and Viv will share it with us when they get here. So yeah, the day of the Immaculate Conception, then, and a bit of copy here from Antonio Barbosa, who celebrated his birthday a couple of days ago. It was also Linda Austin's birthday. If you didn't know that, why not drop her a line? It was Linda's birthday. Linda Austin, Gary's wife, of course, Linda. And I think they had a lovely time over in Tamar on Saturday night as well. So many happy returns to you, Linda, too. Always very happy to share and celebrate Gumper birthday greetings. Anyone I missed, let me know. 913-590-303 or pop it on the chat. Day of Immaculate Conception. Thanks to Antonio Barbosa. December the 8th is a national holiday. So it's one of those that's always on the 8th of December, it would appear, to honour the patroness of Portugal and celebrate the day of the Immaculate Conception. This day invokes the life and virtue of the Virgin Mary and Mother of Jesus, of course, conceived without stain, that is, without the mark of original sin, which received the title of Catholic dogma on December the 8th, 1854. Celebration of this commemoration, which is a day of great significance for the Catholic Church, of course, but long before it was considered a dogma. And when dogma wasn't a bad thing, the celebration of the universal feast had already been decreed in 1476 by Pope Sixtus. He was called Pope Sixtus, but he was Pope Sixtus the Fourth, if I am looking at the Roman numerals correctly there. On March the 25th, 1646, King Dom João IV organised a solemn ceremony in Villa Viçosa to thank Our Lady for restoring Portugal's independence from Spain. He went to the church of Nossa Senhora da Conceição, declaring her patron saint and Queen of Portugal. Since that day, no other Portuguese king has worn a crown on his head, a privilege that would have been available only to the Immaculate Conception. Well, that's interesting. Didn't know that. It should be noted that in Portugal for centuries, Mother's Day was celebrated on December the 8th. That's interesting too, having been changed to May, as it was considered the month of Our Lady. There you go. Some fantastic Portuguese history there. And perhaps we should stay at the Portugal Club for a bit more Portuguese history in the shape of our Portuguese citizenship test question. Number 70, folks. We're into the 70s again here. And do you know what I saw on one of the social media platforms this morning? Quick check-in. Isn't it amazing? Vinyl's come back. I haven't seen that many cassettes, although I have seen messages on social media. Has anyone got a cassette recorder? I want to listen to some tapes I found. Vinyl definitely back, and it looks like the boombox has had a revival as well. The Ghetto Blaster, as you might call it as well. Was that American or was it British West Country? That was a strange accent right there. And yet, so the boombox is back with some very nice styling. I should add. Where did I save this? Oh, yeah, here we go. You've got a lot of files. Yeah, all right, I know that. I got files. So what? I'm trying to load them onto the screen and you're not helping me here. What was this one? I've got an update on this one. Yes, the memes are coming thick and fast. And thanks to Kate. Kate's really in the spirit of the Portugal club, posting up a meme a day at the moment. Nice work, Kate. As well as she's actually she's stormed to the top of the leaderboard as well, in the 7-day leaderboard, with her contribution. So you've really made yourself a home at the Portugal club, Kate, and I'm very glad to see that as well. So there you go. The boombox. I don't know if you have to get an ill-fitting pink tracksuit. Is that with some blue Crocs as well? But it looks like the boombox is back, folks. Now I'm trying to zoom in to see what if it's in the style of the boombox and it actually plays cassettes, or is it just a portable speaker sound system? It's got proper VU meters with needles on, guys. Look at that, and some nice knobs and switches along the top there. Tweeters as well as woofers, and big enough to pop onto your shoulder as you saunter through the shopping centre, upsetting everybody. And it looks like a proper cassette deck. I wondered, I mean, it's bound to have an MP3 input as well of some sort, isn't it? A USB, but that'll play your old cassettes by the look of it. More to follow on that. I like that idea. A little bit of a leaning and a yearning back to yesteryear with that. What do you think of that? Did you have one? My first was a mini boombox by Sanyo that I bought in Singapore. Penny, good morning to you. Yes, check out those VU meters. Not everybody knows what we're talking about, T-Duck, but yeah, those needles, man. If I were one of those on the metro, I'd be. If I hear one of those on the metro, I'm getting off at the next station. Yes, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, back to your comments. In a little while, but I was delighted to see that, I have to say. Let's stay at the Portugal club then for news of the. I don't know what this is. I've got something uploading, 7% in the background. I think it's because I've been doing local recordings. When I recorded Natasha on Friday, episode 3, everybody, she talks very fondly about the outgoing president, about poverty in Portugal. And what was the other story as well? Can't remember. Maybe it was a general strike as well. But yeah, another great chat with Natasha. I know some of you here in the Gumper community enjoy my new conversations with Natasha. And tomorrow morning, I'm interviewing, this will be published on Wednesday, but tomorrow I'm publishing the man who came up with the phrase, the Golden Triangle, down in the Algarve, a bit of an Algarvian celebrity. I'll be talking to Mr. Fred Phillips tomorrow, and that will be published on Wednesday for the big resident podcast interview as well. Where did we get to? We've done the Immaculate Conception. That is the holiday today. There's going to be another day of inactivity, shall I call it that, on Thursday. We'll talk about the general strike in a little while as well. But let me go now to the Portuguese citizenship test and ask you, come on, you know this one. Portuguese citizenship test question number 70. Yep, 70. Afonso Henriques was the first king of Portugal. Afonso Henriques, A. Was it B, Denise, or was it C, João I? My street, Rua Dom João I, I live on. And I think it's. I'm not going to say who I think it is. You tell me. Better still, pop over to the Portugal Club and make your own guess. And I think also my 20 wine quiz questions, seems a shame to let them die on the vine, as it were, having gone to the trouble of creating a quiz on Saturday for the wine tasting karaoke and quiz now. And I think I'm going to pop that up at the Portugal Club as well. Those of you who like pub quizzes, and I might even do it live on air, actually. I might do a live stream version of that. That could be fun, couldn't it? Maybe we'll do that one of these evenings at the wine club as well. Alf, affectionately known as Alf to T-Duck. Bon dia todos is from the coach as well. Come to all your comments in just a minute. Bob and Viv joining us on the half hour. So let's go to news then. Also, I should have left that on the screen. Back to the Portugal Club, and we've got Antonio F's coverage of the general strike. What's likely to happen? Probably not a lot. When I've talked to Nuno about this, when I talked to Natasha about this, public sector, of course, will be down. Private sector probably continuing, and the political gnashing and wailing going on behind the scenes. I was surprised to see the Prime Minister describing the national strike as politically motivated. I mean, what other motivation would it have? I wonder. I didn't really understand that. I don't know what I didn't get a chance to read the story. But anyway, here we go with the strikes. A general strike has been announced by the two union confederations. We've got a thread here. This was well, as soon as news of the strikes was announced, Antonio F was all over it at the Portugal club. The government says there's no reason for it. When he reported this nearly a month ago, as new labour law hasn't been approved anyway, the unions say they have to strike because the government said they won't change their proposal. So it's a preemptive strike, as it were. Strike on public services. We had one on the 21st of November. I wonder if anyone was disrupted by that, but that was mostly in education and health. And prison guards have threatened to join the strike as well, but gave up after their talks with the government. So they've got what they wanted. By the sound of it. So quite a lot of, it looks like if you read through this Fred's tomorrow morning, if you read through the thread, you will see that this has prompted some conversation, negotiation with the government, and some people will not be joining the general strike. It has been ruled that Caricipi and Transtejo buses, trams, trains and ferries will have to provide at least 25% of the usual services during the strike. That may be good to know to some people. No ruling was passed on the Metropolitano subway, so there may be no subway service in Lisbon then. This all in a state of flux, presumably, as the jockeying and negotiation goes on ahead of Thursday's general strike. So be aware of that. There may be disruption to services you were hoping to resolve before Christmas, and of course I'm pointing towards IMA with that. I doubt if IMA will be operational on Thursday. It would come as no surprise, would it, to hear that they have a grievance about their working conditions and will be joining the general strike. I may be wrong on that. I may be wrong. Quick palate cleanser then, before we move on. Do go to the Portugal Club for Kate's meme of the day as well. Well done, Kate. Great job. And just a very quick look at the wine producer that was featured at our tasting on Saturday. Santarém. This is where you'll see this beautiful place. Doesn't that look lovely? I don't think I've been to an official winery tour. I've visited a few of these sites and thought how beautiful they are, but not actually had the official. Oh yes, I have one. I've been to one, and that was the Barga King. What's he called? Oh my goodness! In the Bairrada region, the great. Senor Pato, Luis Pato. I went to his winery at their invitation, actually, in the early days of Good Morning Portugal. And then it seems to have dried up since then. Actually, no, to be fair, I have met a few people who said you must come along. It's probably my fault for not making the commitment to going to see them. This one, not too far away from me, Quinta de Vassala Wines. They've got a beautiful range, a lovely catalogue, and it looks like a beautiful place that you can visit there. Their Quinta da Vassala Valanova in the New Valley over there. Looks delightful, doesn't it? Look at this Chardonnay grapes. If you're missing a Chardonnay, which you don't see too often among the native varieties, that was one of the questions actually. True or false? Does Portugal honour mainly its own native varieties and not too much of the foreign type? True. Portugal very patriotic in terms of its own wine stock, in terms of grapes. But here we see the inclusion of the Chardonnay at Quinta de Vassala. So if you've been missing a Chardonnay, and a Chardonnay Reserva at that, Vassala can support you with that particular requirement. There's a wine called Take 5. Now, any winery with a wine called Take 5 is worthy of extra consideration. And of course, do you remember we played when we were playing music? We had Golden Brown, didn't we? That sounded a lot like Take 5, a kind of mashup of Golden Brown and Take 5. And the fizz that we tried is called Enthusiasm. I do like how they're naming their wines here, and there's plenty of them there. Look at that, and a price list on there. They have a nocturnal wine harvest. Who doesn't like a nocturnal wine harvest? Sounds a bit odd, though, doesn't it? But yes, they do. I thought that was a video. Turns out I don't think. Oh yes, it is. Here we go. Let's roll their VT in the background. No, let's not, because it's one of those. I think it might be one of those crafty screenshots of a video where you're pressing the play button and it's just a screenshot of a video. So anyway, for some reason they're called Sartal.pt and not not the name of the obvious name of Quinta de Vassala. But anyway, I'll pop that into the chat if you'd like to visit a Santarém-based winery with their uvas for their happy grapes, their uvas felicias, and they are a Lisboa DOC. That was one of my questions as well. What is that was one of my more whimsical questions. What does DOC stand for? I'm going to do that. I'm not going to give you the answer to that because I want to do the wine quiz. I've decided live. Oh, look, the live streaming's a little bit jittery there. Let me just turn off a few tabs. And that might sort it. Yeah, that sorted it out now. Okay, to your lovely comments this morning. Welsh Jackie, bon dia Gumpers at 6:47. Bon dia Carl, bon dia to you as well. Boa feriados today. Happy holiday here in Portugal, the day of the Immaculate Conception. Good morning, everyone from Gemini. And bon dia alegria Gumpers from the T-Duck as well. Yes, back in the doghouse. No green screen. It sometimes is the cat house. And what a brilliant idea you sent me. Let's not have a Christmas tree. Let's just have one of those cat towers. The cats won't use it anyway. That's a good way to keep them off the Christmas tree. Let's make something for the cats that they won't use and turn it into a Christmas tree. That way the Christmas tree won't be vandalized on October by those feline thugs that roam through my house, knocking stuff over randomly. Bon dia campus. And I noticed this morning, they have changed my behavior. I put a cup for safekeeping in the bathroom, and I put it in such a place. The cats have conditioned me. I thought to myself, I better put that in a place where it can't be pushed off the edge. Things are not left on the edge so much in this house anymore because of the blooming cats. We'll come to your pictures as well. We'll have a little bit of a slideshow when Bob and Viv join us. Thank you for those, Mike and Karen. Very thoughtful on 913-590-303. Bon dia Malta. We did our annual 8K Christmas community walk. Got the T-shirt, literally, I suspect, with free Santa hat and Bolo de Rey cake. Guess where? Oh, we need to do that now then, don't we, to guess where that might be for Bairandi. The boombox can make way. My cake from last week can also make way. As can, look, there's my Borscht Festisch there. Let's remove that for the time being as well. I'm sure we'll be coming back to many more of these. Yeah, do send them in. There's Donny with his FIFA Peace Prize. There's some cracking memes going around about that as well. And, oh my goodness, did you fall for it like I clearly did? I can't believe it. I'm supposed to be the April Fool guy here in Portugal. That €7 note is a hoax of Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course it is a €7 note. And there was a great, the Madeira Times, or the Times of Madeira debunked that, which looks like a great, I have to say, a really good publication, Times of Madeira. They were all over it. And I want to speak to Matt of the Times of Madeira. And hopefully he'll have a monthly slot. He'll be one of our monthly correspondents. But as it turns out, debunking here of that story, of that practical joke, I fell for it completely. It is the sort of thing for sure, isn't it, that could happen in Portugal. But Times of Madeira, nice use of the typeface. And a nice little logo graphic there in a sort of old printing block style. Matt's reporting here. The giveaway was that Siu. What's that about? Is that what he says when he scores, or what the fans say? Banco de Portugal warns of fake news on CR7 banknote. I fell for it completely. Hook, line, and sinker. They denied issuing any Cristiano Ronaldo commemorative banknote, warning that viral social media posts claiming a €7 banknote and reports on live streams like Good Morning Portugal are false. Oh my word! How embarrassing! They confirmed no euro note of €7 of any value was issued for Cristiano Ronaldo. On December the 4th, Banco de Portugal, BDP, clarified that it has not Boogie Down Productions, that goes very nicely with that boombox, but the Banco de Portugal has not, I repeat, not issued a commemorative banknote for footballer Cristiano Ronaldo, reports claiming a €7 note honouring the player are false. The bank said in a statement. Sounds like they had to get quite serious, puff their chest out, tighten their tie, and say the Bank of Portugal has become aware of false publications disseminated on social media regarding the issuance by the Bank of Portugal of a €7 banknote in homage to the footballer Cristiano Ronaldo. The Bank of Portugal clarifies that it is not used nor put into circulation, nor does it plan to issue or put into circulation any banknote alluding to the personality in question. Oh, I mean, he should be honoured at some point, I would have thought, on a note or a coin. Or has he been already in some other way? It is further clarified that the issuance of euro banknotes by the Bank of Portugal is done within the framework of the euro system. Ah, that was the giveaway then. Okay, so I fell for that. Did you? And actually, I began to doubt it when people on our YouTube channel were saying in the comments, fake news, is it April the 1st? Anyway, where did we get to in the comments? We had Andy asking us if we recognised where his Christmas celebration was, but I think it's got to be Agadir, isn't it? I would have thought. Let me put your pictures onto the screen and let others decide. So did you walk all the way? Is it 8 kilometres to Agadir? No, it's probably a bit more than that, isn't it? A round trip. But I think the last picture I'll show you is probably the giveaway. The red carpet, the umbrellas, they're a clue to where the 8K took place. Look at those hooligans blocking up the threatening the general public by blocking up the gangway in this town there, the militant hikers. Boxes, the obligatory boxes of confection to keep the spirits up and the energy up there. What was that? Was that some of that hard cake there? What was sort of confection was that, Andy? There you are, you two. Lost, I think, or popping into the woods for a quickie. None of my business. They're the big Santa. Look at you. There were quite a lot of people on that walk, and I think that is the big Santa of Agadir. Am I right? With my guess on that, Andera. How lovely. Thank you for thinking of us. Rugby Colin. Good morning, all. This week should see the finishing of our new house finally. Well, thank God for that. I think you're breathing a sigh of relief and looking forward to seeing you at the weekend, Colin. Let's celebrate your birthday in style on Saturday night. Please come along. Bob and Viv will be there. Looking forward to a few Gumpers gathering next Saturday. Yes, last Saturday's karaoke wine tasting and wine quiz was a warm-up, and we will continue with the partying next Saturday, the 13th, at Casa Dolem, everybody. So there we go. I think it's Agadir. Peda, Feliz Segunda-feira, pessoal, from another severe weather warning. Why don't we just call it, like, as soon as we go into the 1st of January of next year, just say, call an annual weather warning. These things are no longer warnings, are they? They're just like an everyday weather forecast, it would appear. You've got to have a sense of scale with these things, like meteorologists, I think. T-Duck not too happy about the idea of a big boom box next to him on the metro. Bon dia from the coach. Feliz Segunda. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. We're recovering from having grandchildren to stay. Lying on the sofa, a grandchildren hangover, and visiting the London Transport Museum in Covent Garden yesterday. Oh, some great memories there. That's a great place. I went there long ago. There's some good old vehicles in there, aren't there, in Covent Garden? And Covent Garden, wasn't there a depot there as well as the fruit market? Well done on that, by the way, Colin. Congratulations. Let's have a drink about that. Let's raise a couple. And got some new vocabulary. Because I was doing a karaoke with a lot of Portuguese people on Saturday night, I needed to learn how to say make some noise or put your hands together. It's bata de palmas. It's like bang your palms, beat your palms, is what is said. Or simply palmas, if you want people to clap in Portugal. And now I learned that in my duties. I hope my increasing duties as an Anglo MC here. Palmas a todos. And that was great to learn on a Saturday night. It's really great hanging out with Portuguese people on the karaoke. I'm not, as I'm sure Uta knows more of. Who's that then? They had an infestation on the traditional grapes. So had to change to foreign types after it was brought under control. The government made them change back to Portuguese grapes. I didn't know that. I knew that it was. I mean, I guess if you protect your own grapes, you get good at those grapes, but you do run the risk of a lack of diversity, which might help with disease control, I guess. But then, yes, too much of a good thing in either direction, you do have to flex, and then they flex back again. And so the introduction of foreign grapes must have helped with the natural intelligence and healing of disease there. Very good. Are you making the point that fake news, aka CNN news, they're not the only ones, though, are they, to be fair? And I don't know who is the culprit behind that CR7 news there. I doubt if CNN led with that or even reported it. Maybe they did. Maybe you did see it on CNN. Our street was closed yesterday for a 10K. Any opportunity the Portuguese have to shut a street and get the police in and let people cycle, run, or motorbike through it, they do it. Another Gulliver Day today. Is that how you refer to the public holidays? Bolo de Rey cake. That was a slice of Bolo de Rey. Very festive, of course. And congratulations, Colin, on the house. Yeah, finalmente. I know how much it means to you guys and what a difference it will make to your lives. Yeah. And you can put all the ups and downs, the inevitable ups and downs, it would appear, of getting a house built. Hopefully you can put those behind you soon and recover from the PTSD that has been caused by the whole process. It's never easy, is it? And each couple or household or family encounters their own special flavor of challenges and plot twists when building a home. Let's give them a nice big round of applause and bring them onto the screen. It's Bob and Viv, everybody, with their monthly check-in.
Bon dia.
Bon dia.
Bata das palmas. Beat your palms for Bob and Viv. That's what they say in Portugal.
For ourselves. Okay.
Nothing like a
I like that.
Who doesn't
Beat
like
the
a palm beating first thing in the? Oh, no, I say that.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. Right, how are you both? Tudo bem?
Doing great.
We're well. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. We're thrilled for Colin and his wife finally getting in their house. That's great.
Yeah, Colin and Liz. Yeah.
We're at Liz. Thank you. We're having a bit of a celebration today. Well, tomorrow. We're having a pre-celebration today. We just realized that, we've been thinking about tomorrow will be the 8th anniversary of our first Just Lunch date.
Oh, yes. Very good.
Yes. And then we realized we knew we arrived in Portugal on that exact day 4 years after. So we have been in Portugal half of our relationship.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
That is those sorts of, when you do that sort of math and you realize those sorts of things, it kind of puts things in a different perspective, doesn't it?
It does.
It's unreal. Yeah. It really is. Half of our relationship has been here in Portugal. Mm-hmm. And the first half we were dealing with 2 knees getting replaced and all kinds of other things.
Poor Bob. I married him and quickly fell apart.
Yeah, because I'm guessing when you got together, you might have imagined, understandably, that you were going to be having like an American relationship. You'd been in the United States for the rest of your lives together. Yeah,
we thought we'd never leave Westcliff. We loved it there. We thought we'll never leave this little heaven on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we saw Portugal.
Yeah,
like, there are other heavens on earth. Let's go find them.
Yes, and a plot twist, a plan changed there. How lovely! So half your relationship over here, and I notice a very careful choice of vocabulary there, Bob. Just lunch date. What were you hoping for? Honestly, why did?
That was an exploratory mission.
That was just to see if we,
we had met obviously before that. Well, not obviously. Some people do just lunch dating.
It wasn't the company Just Lunch. It was just the two of us.
It was just, I finally got the nerve to ask her out.
That's lovely.
That's that was.
But we were just going to lunch.
Process.
We were both so against having a relationship. We were just going to lunch. You got to eat.
Yeah.
Who said that first? Because it must have been like a very interesting atmosphere. You like to say, you know, this is only lunch, don't you? Yeah, okay.
Right. That was understood before we went.
Was it?
This is just lunch.
Just lunch. Just let's. Yeah.
We gotta eat. Might as well do it together.
So
unromantic, really.
I know,
lunch
but
was unromantic.
It was not romantic. It was very friendly. And
it was
comfortable, but it was not romantic. We weren't looking for romance.
It was an exploration of, okay, we've met, we've spent some time together. When we may have talked here before about we actually met through a mutual friend who passed away, and so we'd spent time together taking her ashes up to the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming. And that was a whole experience of itself. But then we had not had any time together since that experience.
August, and it was December when we went to lunch.
When I finally got the nerve to say, "Hey, you want to meet for lunch?" So I'm going to have to disappear for a minute and let our dog Gus back in the house.
Yeah,
so,
which gives me a chance. We could play Mr. and Mrs. I don't know if you had that TV show in the States.
No,
but you basically find out how well a couple know each other.
Uh-huh.
And you take it in turns. We did a version of it at our wedding reception, where so I ask you questions now, and then Bob comes back. So very quickly, Viv, what did you have for lunch
yesterday?
No, for your just lunch that you had. Your
he had the bourbon chicken.
Yeah,
and I don't remember what I had.
Okay, maybe he will. What is he back? We can't ask any more questions.
He is back now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So welcome to an impromptu version of Mr. and Mrs. Let's see how Bob and Viv get on in this first round. In the first round, Viv, well, can you remember what you had? Can you remember what you had for your lunch, Bob, on that special day?
Well, I heard her say bourbon chicken.
Okay.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
But whenever we went back, you always got the same thing too that you'd gotten that first time.
I think it was some kind of steak.
The lucky steak.
With the sauce, yes.
The lucky steak.
I think it was.
Yeah.
That's
a good question. So
right. Well, and when did, because I'm recalling when I first met Louise and Mrs. M, it was in a pub and I'm sure we had lunch, but I can't remember what we ate. And then when we drove home, we stopped off somewhere else, and I can't remember what it was an electric atmosphere. I've no idea. I couldn't find the restaurant again or anything. So is that what happened with your lunch day? Did sparks begin to fly on that day, or would it take longer after that?
No.
Okay.
No.
We had walls 10 miles high.
Our defenses were still pretty strong.
We had a good time.
Nice conversation.
I do remember the restaurant. We have been back to the restaurant, to that same table. To our table.
Oh.
On our anniversaries several times. And but no, there were no sparks, and I was dog sitting, so I had to get back to work, and Bob had to get back to Westcliff, and
I actually scared her really, really good. That I scared her that exploratory mission.
Okay. What did you share a hobby that was a little bit?
No, I asked him,
career path.
Yeah, I asked him what his life's plan was.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, my grandfather worked till he was 80. He said, I'll probably still be up on the mountain working at 80, maybe 85." And I'm going, "That's your life plan?"
You'll be up there on your own.
I made that face and looked like, "That's your life plan?"
That's exactly the face she made. Yes.
Like, there may not be a second date here.
Oh, this is like one of those dating shows, isn't it? Where, like, they take Viv off to one side and say, "It was going so well until he told me about his life plan."
Right.
And then there's another, Bob's separated as well. It's like, "Oh, it was going so well, and I told her about my old granddad and how I wanted to work till I was 80, and the atmosphere definitely changed at that point." So how were you able to redeem
I didn't let
yourself?
it bother me. I thought, well, if he wants to do that, that's fine, because I didn't have any aspirations at the time.
But he'd be up there on his own, but presumably as well.
Yeah. His kids were grown and gone. Except the youngest one was a senior. And he said, "Well, what else am I gonna do?" Because he was never going to get married again, and neither was I.
How amazing!
Yeah,
I'm so glad you guys
amazing.
It has been, and 6 months from that date, we got married.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, all right. So so it's a slow start with like an exponential energy suddenly. What was the moment then? Because this is a really good insight into how the human mind works, isn't it? If you've decided something, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? So the just lunch was definitely just lunch. Everybody knew that. You knew that. It wasn't nothing was going to happen. It was almost like a formality by the sound of it. But what happened?
It was just no expectations. It's like it was no pressure. I wasn't trying to impress him. He wasn't trying to impress me. We were being ourselves.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I don't really care.
We were very much in that space. Yeah.
And
grown-up dating.
Like I said, we weren't looking for romance. At the very most, we were looking for a friend.
Yeah. And so even though Bob had his top hat and tails, a walking cane, and had learnt a dance routine, it was just informal. If you like me, you like me.
Yeah. The song he sang after lunch, that was just,
with a full orchestra.
Exactly.
This is what I always do at lunchtime.
He always does.
Sure.
Actually, on the roots.
actually, it was so much at just lunch. We didn't know whether to shake hands or hug or what afterwards.
Very awkward, like shake hands. Do I kiss his cheek? Do I?
What a great moment.
We hugged and patted each other's back and we were out.
Oh, how lovely. How lovely. And so when was it then that you suddenly thought, hey, hold on a minute, this is more than lunch?
Well, I left for Florida for a month right after that lunch.
Looking for a place to live.
Looking for a place to live. I was going back to Florida.
Moving.
And
didn't tell me.
That's beautiful, isn't it? That is. Yeah. I mean, this is a film script writing itself, isn't it? Because it's like Bob's thinking, in a kind of Hallmark movie. It's like,
it is. It'd make a great.
I don't know what's got into me. I think I love that girl. I'm going to ask her to spend the rest of her life with me, and then he rings you up and says, "I'm moving to Florida, honey."
I didn't tell him that part. I just told him I was going to visit family, and I was, but I was also looking for a place to live.
Yeah.
And I found one, and I brought the application home, and I still didn't say anything to him about it. And right after I got home, but he texted me strategically while I was gone.
I was at least interested by that.
Yeah. So it was not stalkerish or
daytime only. How are you?
Pretty much.
Not what are you wearing?
Some at night. He worked all daylight hours, so
yes.
Just hi, how are you? How's your trip going?
Gentleman.
Yeah. He did this or that,
casual stuff. Yeah.
Just casual stuff, but it was enough to keep him in my mind, and that was nice. It's like that was a nice part. And then when we got home, and he also said, "I'd love to take you somewhere for your birthday," because I was coming back right for my birthday.
Yeah, very good.
And we did that. And that date, on February 4th, it was 20 days until we had our first kiss and said, "I love you." So,
wow. Okay. So something changed. It's like we're going along in second gear, everything's fine, and suddenly we miss out 3 and 4. We're in 5th.
Exactly. Going full speed ahead.
Yeah.
How beautiful. How beautiful.
And there's other stuff in there. If I'd known we were going to have this much discussion, I
didn't know this, but look, Nina's saying, "Bon dia, Monday love stories, very uplifting, Bob and Viv." I'm loving this. I hope everyone else is as well.
Well, when she got back from Florida, I wanted to pick her up at the airport. So obviously I was getting interested. And no, she already had a ride arranged, but we had a telephone conversation. And it was snowing in Aurora, Denver area whenever we finally had a conversation, and it was snowing in Westcliff. And so
it's about 3 hours apart.
Yeah. Distance. So anyway, so we were talking about that. And shortly after we got off the phone, I get a photograph. Some people may not know what a snow angel looks like, but this young lady had gone outside. I mean, she just got back from Florida.
I've been back a few days.
A few days. Okay. Yeah. Puts on a snowsuit, goes outside, lays down in the snow, and flaps her
9:30 at night.
and sends me a picture of a snow angel.
But we had perfect snow. It was perfect, and no one had.
You don't have to explain, Viv. You don't have to explain.
Okay.
I'm good with this. I'm good with this already, and I'm in the movie. It's a Richard Curtis movie, isn't it? And it's the pivotal snow angel scene. Where Bob is done at this point. He's like, I'm all in. This is my woman.
He was.
I was. She didn't know that.
I didn't know it. I had no idea he would take it that way. I just thought,
when I got that,
go make a snow angel.
So I got that picture, and I thought, I want to get to know this lady more. Anybody who would dress up at night in the cold after being in the warm, and go lay down and make a snow angel just to send me the pictures. I want to know more. She had no idea it had that effect on me.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she'll have to say what the effect of my picture the next day. So the next day, I'm walking back from feeding the horses and alpacas back to the garage, and I've got my pitchfork in my hand. And so I think, there's enough snow here. So I laid down in the snow with a pitchfork beside me and got up, and it made a perfect snow devil. So pitchfork. So I say to that picture, I don't know how that affects you.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, thank goodness. That could have gone one of two ways, really, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have.
No, I loved it. I thought that guy's. I need to know.
Listen to you, because it's amazing because that, like, if we were a team of film script writers, it's like, well, we've got to make this really romantic. How about we have the guy feed some horses and some alpacas in the snow
on the range?
Yeah, and give him a pitchfork to make him look like a farmer. And this is real life. We're not having to make it up. This is what actually happened.
Tossing hay with it. Yeah.
And I had no idea when I laid down with the fork that it was going to turn out like it did.
It was just perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, finally got. There's more to the story, but yeah, we finally had our first date on the 4th, and by the 24th, we were totally head over heels in love.
How beautiful!
Yeah. So,
and then fast forward to where we started this. You now realize you've had half of your relationship in another country. That at that point, I mean, Florida was on the cards. You were going to spend the rest of your life up a mountain in Colorado.
Yeah.
Viv might have gone to Florida, but here you both are in a complete plot twist in real life.
Completely. We never saw this coming, and we made the decision overnight. He came home and told me about, that we could retire somewhere, and it's like, well, that sounds good. It's like by that time I was willing to stay on the mountain to let him work till he was 80 or 85, if that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I said, well, I hope we can at least have a vacation. Can we at least get out of here sometimes? So, but we lived in a place where people came for vacation. So
it's lovely. And also, of course, moving country is a big test of a relationship, isn't it?
It was.
Would you say that it has made you stronger? This half of your relationship lives, moving away. It's been a good thing.
Yeah. It putting you both in an environment that is totally unfamiliar. Definitely, it's gonna affect your relationship, and we are very, very well aware of wherever we are, there we are.
Yeah.
We're reminding people of that, thinking about moving to Portugal. You're bringing yourself with you. So
geography does not solve some personal problems.
Yeah. So
unless you're in witness hiding or something.
I've got to write that down. I've just started writing a blog about things you don't expect when you move to Portugal. I mean, this isn't Portugal specific, but what was it you just said? It's not a way of solving personal problems. Migration is not a way of solving personal problems.
Personal problems. Don't even try.
Yeah.
So true.
So it's been great. I'd say there have been moments here that have tested us more than we probably would have been tested had we stayed in familiar surroundings.
But that's good for us.
Well, sure. It grows us, and so we've grown together, and so we continue to explore life together.
That's beautiful. I'm going to come back and ask you for a bit more advice on that, if we may. We've got lovely photos. Oh, and an anecdote. Maybe we won't have time for that. Morning to you, Phil. Lovely to see you here, Phil. And see you later on this week, I hope, as well. Matty here. Well, unless the problem is not migrating. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
The way his mind works. If you want another view on things, just ask Matty. It's his analytical mind at work there. And lots of lovely greetings. People are always happy to see you on the Good Morning Portugal show. Bon dia, Bob and Viv from the coach, from
You just knocked coordinated enough to answer anybody while we're talking.
No.
I can't walk and talk. So
Yeah.
one thing is done. So,
Yes, Mrs. Duck and I arrived in Portugal the day before our 30th anniversary.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And our 35th is coming up in a few months to be celebrated
Oh, yeah.
That's
over
cool.
this side of the water as well. Fantastic. And bon dia, Bob and Viv from Mike and Karen there as well in central Portugal.
Great to see everybody here.
Yeah.
And thanks, T-Duck, member over at YouTube for 33 months as well. If you want to support the Good Morning Portugal endeavour, you can do that at YouTube or at theportugalclub.com. Right. What I must, if we keep talking about relationships, we won't get time, will we, to look at your beautiful photographs and see this fabulous video that you sent me as well. So in no particular order, because they're too tiny to see what's on them anyway, with the view I've got. Here's a little bit of a slideshow. Where have you been?
To She's Village.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Talaznal, I think this is actually Talaznal from a previous trip because it's not pouring down rain.
Yes.
And
yes.
We actually stayed in Casal Novo.
Yes.
These villages are just so fascinating. You look at them and you wonder what prompted somebody to build here.
Did you answer that question? I mean,
no. We have no idea. It's like, who would stop at this particular spot in the middle of nowhere with this terrain and this? It's beautiful, but it's like, what are you going to do way out here to live?
And
I don't know.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Oh, that's the rainy visit. Is that the same Talaznal? Talaznal is a great place to go, and I've been there with Philomena.
This is just down the road, Casal Novo.
Yep.
Which is newer than some of the original villages, but we went there with my 80-year-old cousins, who are as spry as can be.
The ones I met, when you came through San Martin to Porto, are they ones I met?
Yes, you met them. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And so the walk that was Viv coming up after a stay overnight. And down there where the trees part down there, clear off the tip of her umbrella down there, that's where we actually stayed. And it was steep. And when we looked up the hill in the morning, it's like, I'm kind of glad I didn't see the end of the path in the dark last night.
It was getting dark. It was pouring down rain. And
we were just focused on
getting there. We had to get down there to get the house. So and his cousins just skipped right down it. It's
back up the next day.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a good note to self as well. Maybe that goes in the blog too. When booking Airbnb in Portugal, arrive in the afternoon or the morning.
Exactly.
That was the plan, except for our stop at that restaurant. It kind of held us up for a while at Cervejaria Universal.
Yeah.
There is a love heart in
the love story continues. It's everywhere you go. You two. We have to make the movie. We do have to make the movie. So it's obvious, isn't it? Right. And look, the long shot of these. I mean, they are incredible. But it does beg the question again, doesn't it? Why would you do that? I mean, these are hardy people, right? These are the 80-year-olds up a mountain we're talking about.
Yeah.
And build it with the rocks at hand and. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. Well worth it.
That house is great. They've redone it. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's gorgeous. Got a big wood burner in the living room. It's a full kitchen. It's a great place to go.
And it just takes you back, doesn't it, to another time?
It does. And you have a deck on the back where you just go sit and stare out at these mountains and trees and
beautiful
valleys,
and it's.
If it's not pouring down rain, we were there that
rain. Well, that's why. That's why the valleys are so green as well. When I think we went to 2 or 3 when we had our trip with Philomena. That also took in the Beral factory as well. It was a really great trip with Philomena.
We didn't see that, but we went to, and then we didn't take any food because there was a restaurant.
Yeah, Talaznal had a restaurant
3 kilometers away, and then we get. How did we find out about the steps there? Did we go?
Well, the next day we looked at the steps and we didn't even walk down for breakfast.
Oh no, we can't go to the
So it was. We were so focused on getting there because we were so long at Cervejeria Universal. Probably still butchering that, but anyway,
we need to look at that. Yeah,
that we didn't stop for groceries because we were going to the
restaurant.
There'd
be restaurants.
Yes,
you told me about the restaurant,
right?
But it was raining so hard, and there were so many steps down so far that we had grapes and
chocolate. His Marilyn started just unloading her purse of all her chocolates.
And
we had
coffee and a bag of fruit and nut mix. That was our evening meal.
That was our meal.
Well, because we are not going out again. That's it. We're back down.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was a filthy night.
Yeah,
so and you do have to change your life completely. This is a different way of life because you say like 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers across a valley can take half an hour, can't it?
It can.
in a car.
It was the walking distance when you got there.
Yeah,
you had to walk on.
You've got to factor that in. It is an entirely different way of life.
It is.
There's another view.
Okay.
There.
Now, if you look in this picture, there is a red spot on the left house. That's where we stayed right there in Casal Novo. And it had a heart on the deck.
It did.
And that was the next morning. Looking back, that's that. There you go. That's where we actually stayed.
Yeah.
And
of course it is.
And those are actually two people facing each other and holding hands, and it makes a heart.
Oh, you guys.
I didn't even know it till we got there.
Yeah.
Well, a few more pickies here, and then and another lovely happening for you guys here. Oh, we've got to the Big Santa, the Bolloré. There they are in the woods. They're getting lost. The boombox that we talked about. Here's Mike and Karen's Christmas album. That's Praça do Comércio, isn't it, in Lisbon, of course. So they've been going to the markets. Love that spot. And there they are in Rocio Square as well. You can get all sorts in Rocio Square for Christmas. Things that help you relax. And the big arch there at Praça do Comércio também. Right. I don't know what this is. Oh, I think this might be from Stubel. So thank you very much for that. We'll go out with that video at the end there. Thanks for sending that to us, Sarah Yeoman. But you had a nice little plot twist where you were eating, didn't you? Tell us the story of this lovely establishment that you visited, Bob.
Well, there's that. I'll let.
Well, we were hungry by then because we had no breakfast either. So I'm looking for restaurants, and it's like 11:30, and I see one across the street. We're in Lausanne by now. Lausanne?
Yeah, Lausanne. Lousa, right? Lausanne.
Lausanne. Yeah. And I see one across the street. I said, "Okay, let's go there." So, and they were open. So we went and. We walk in and they've got things set up for lunch on one side, but they're not serving it yet. So the woman who met us was like this, when we walked in, like, I hope you're not here for lunch because it's 15 minutes early. So I said, and I asked her, almoço and see, the idea. And so we had coffee. And we said, well, can we have coffee until? But we had to sit on this side of the restaurant. So we did. And then they get to the menu, and she and her husband own this restaurant. And she's showing us what they have that day. And they had the little thin steaks.
The picanha.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And then they had this other meat that looked very much like picanha, and she says it's vaca mamalia.
We were reading the word and not understanding mamalia.
And I'm going mamalia. I haven't heard of that before.
Yeah,
it's vaca. See vaca mamalia.
Oh my word! Okay, it just seems strangely appropriate on the day of the Immaculate Conception as well.
Oh, geez.
And we just burst out laughing,
my goodness.
Udder? It's a cow udder. And
that's the thing, is it?
Udder.
My goodness.
And it was
delicious.
I was the only one of the four that had the nerve to order it. And
yeah, I don't feel entirely comfortable with that. I have to say, it was delicious.
Good.
Yeah.
It was
Very,
really
very good.
good.
Consistency
Yeah.
very similar to picanha, cut similar to picanha. Just a slightly different flavor and delicious.
It was very good.
It was very good.
Well, thank goodness. I mean, how would she have demonstrated like bull sweetbreads on the menu?
I don't even want to think about it.
No, okay, fair enough.
You probably had him do that.
They were a pair.
They were so funny. We were great friends by the time we left.
And it's kind of obvious when you know, like, you know, when you say, "Oh, of course, yeah, Mamalia, that would be other, wouldn't it?"
Of course, yeah. But
right.
We weren't thinking that way. So it's like, what is Mamalia?
And so we had a great meal.
Yeah.
Got ready to leave. Ken went up to pay, and she wouldn't let him.
No, later,
you can't leave.
Later.
Later. Yeah, she wouldn't let us leave.
So she brought us
Barao.
A whole shot of Barao
to convince us to stay.
Yeah. Sit down. Sit down.
Yes. Yeah. Sit down.
We had no idea why.
Yeah.
Then her husband got back and pulled out the karaoke machine and started to sing. And he sang a Portuguese song first. And then
he came over to our table. He said, USA? And we said, see. Bruce Springsteen!
Of course.
But he didn't do Born in the USA. What
did he do? He did My Hometown.
Yeah, My Hometown.
Okay, and that's what we've got. We've got the video, haven't we?
And then he followed up with My Way. He followed up the videos of My Way.
Well, this seems like a very fitting conclusion for our conversation because we're all doing it our way here, aren't we?
I mean,
we'll get to say hi in person. A lot of folks. We're looking forward to seeing people.
Yeah, we will see you next weekend. I'm so looking forward to that. The government Christmas party. Come along and join us at Casa de Lem in San Martino de Porto. I'm sure you can get a good deal at the hotel above the dance floor. It's very handy. Very handy. So looking forward to seeing you then. Great conversation this morning. Thanks for sharing your lovely love story with us. And here's to many more years of love and happiness here in Portugal.
Thank you.
Half of your relationship life here. And over to what's this gentleman's name?
We don't even know.
Don't know his name.
The guy that sang, the owner.
I have no idea.
the husband of the lady with the
Mamalia.
All right, okay. Let's play this then, and we'll go out with this. Sing along if you like.
I'll seek you.
Good voice.
I'll stick my thing.
Yeah.
Of which I'm certain.
I live a life that's full. I privilege and every highway and more, much more than this. I didn't find with hands I have a view.
You'll get that in every lunch you cook.
The mountain. I did what I had to do, and so I do without exception. I played each every step along the byway.
Right here, she's all business, but at one point, she's leaning over the
Come on, everybody, sing along.
Don't remember enough of the words.
Is that referring to the menu? I'm not sure.
Now she's getting it.
And that's the top.
it our way.
I had my feet. I shared the roses. I bowed. I still so sad. I find it all. It's so amusing. To think you did all that. And may I say, now you wish I would. Oh no, not me. I didn't mind.
Come on, Viv. Palmas.
That was a great
That was so good. Thank you, Bob and Viv. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you at the weekend, Bob and Viv. Cheers. All the best. Thank you very much. Bye for now.